So to anyone that's just joined us, this is...
Golden.
Oh, the Pudge. Yeah, okay. So for anyone that's just joined us, this is the AEF Division 2 with Team Piracy versus XL Gaming. The first game went the way of Team XL with a very spectacular play by Ugaba on TA.
Remaining.
So I'm somewhat surprised to see that Pudge ban. I didn't feel like...
Dire
I mean,
team-
although he did play a very good Pudge and you got some very key hooks, I didn't feel like he was the biggest threat on XL last game. Like, maybe there were more important bans for them.
Yeah, but
10 seconds. remaining.
Edo mains Pudge. I'm pretty sure it's like his most played hero, so it's not necessarily a bad ban, but
So just to
Radiant
respect,
also afraid
just
of
to,
it, I
just to
think.
respect ban, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Like, if some people like actually look back on other people's games, like I know at this like amateur level
Radiant
people don't
team
really
pick.
care, but if you look back on people's games and you ban things that they like to play, you can win a game just from doing that sometimes. So it's not a bad ban.
Do you remember back when we had the old Kinect, like loading Kinect screens, where you had enough time to pretty much check the entire...
yeah.
Dire
I
team
completely forgot that we had enough time to check.
Yeah, that you could check
Very
the
true.
entire team's like most played heroes or like their recent games, and you just be
Yeah.
like, okay, this guy's been spamming Necrophos for the last 10 games. I know what I'm banning.
Yeah.
Or you see them spamming Necrophos and they've lost like 10 games back to back, and you go, you know what? I'm going to leave that one in the pool. I think.
5 seconds remaining.
Clockwork. So
Clockwork.
strong now.
Is this a big red
Time.
Clockwork?
I think Big Red's playing carry for them, so
'Cause I know he loves that hero.
I don't know. They can swap it up because
Radiant
a lot of
team
those
back.
players, like, there's like 3 offlaners in that team. That's what I see more so than anything because I used to play with Edo and he used to be a really good offlaner in my old team, and now like Big Red used to offlane and now he's playing carry because I think somebody's missing
10
or something.
seconds remaining.
Young Scrim's like their new offlaner, so anything can happen.
5
They can swap it
seconds
up.
remaining.
Doesn't surprise me.
So some
Team
big team
back.
fight coming out from Team Piracy here. 1-2 Warlock Phoenix. Troll Warlord banned
Radiant
next.
team
That's
back.
a fairly decent ban. Very good at smashing down that egg.
Yep.
Dire team back.
There's
Team XL
the-
banning out the OD.
Is a Bristleback and Pudge ban like really good if you're running Warlock Phoenix? That's what I'm saying. Their bans are like don't really work with their picks sometimes.
10
And like
seconds
Warlock and
remaining.
Phoenix aren't they're teamfight heroes, but they're not gonna win lanes and like
5 seconds
that was
remaining.
what they were losing.
Yeah, that
to
was where they
last
fell
game.
over last game.
So they really need to pick up something
Reserve
that's gonna
time.
win lanes for them.
I mean, like your classic lane winners like CM and Treant.
Radiant team pick.
They've been very popular for ensuring that your team has really successful lanes. This is that global presence and the
Dire team pick.
Ugaba Ember Spirit. I have been on the receiving end of this a couple of times.
Really? He doesn't play that many heroes, so.
Are you are you
get
getting
destroyed
flashbacks
on
too?
it. I haven't versed
10
him in mid
seconds
because
remaining.
I don't want to feel bad.
No. I haven't versed him. I haven't versed him in mid,
5 seconds
but I've
remaining.
I've been the offlaner versus Ugaba when he's played Ember Spirit.
Reserve
Okay,
time.
okay. So you just fought him in team fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like that. That the overall. Oh shit! What happened in the mid lane? Why is it 10 minutes and he has blink dabber, blink dagger veil?
Yeah.
What is? And then you look at your mid laner who's crying in the corner like, what has he done to you?
I think this Magnus pick's like
10
it's kind of like a
seconds
counter
remaining.
pick because it's really good for XL. I
5
think it's really
seconds
good.
remaining.
against
Yeah, it
the
would have been
team
really
fight.
strong on the Ember Spirit.
Not just that, but like if you like RP the Phoenix or the Warlock or
Dire
just like
team.
Pause one Venomancer.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. They gotta pick a support for their carries. The Big Red can do.
Yeah, he does normally play pause 4, I think, doesn't he?
They're gonna try a win with having a bench carry and then
10
having a pinner
seconds
carry.
remaining.
That's actually pretty cool.
team support. I mean,
5
it could
seconds
still be a
remaining.
pos 4 Veno, because that could be an offlane Clockwork. But, look, they are
Radiant
daring
team
him
banned.
to pick TA. Magnus doesn't exactly combo, but it should lane okay versus the Ember Spirit.
You reckon it's Viper versus Ember mid?
10 seconds remaining.
Yep.
Yeah, so like who wins that? Like really?
It depends how
5
good your Viper
seconds
is.
remaining.
If you go poison attack
Dire
level 1,
team banned.
and you just right click Ember Spirit every time he's in range, I think you win the lane.
Yeah, I always assume that Viper just wins every lane because it's so annoying.
However, if Ugaba outplays him early,
10 seconds
Um,
remaining.
and he can get some levels, like once he's got 2 or 3
seconds
points in
remaining.
Flame Guard, Viper can't do anything to him.
Yeah. Because that poison like
Reserve
comes out as
time.
magic damage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Like your Viper Strike is pretty much. Well, how much damage is that? What's the duration? 60 damage over 5 seconds. Was that? This is 300 damage. What's Flame Guard absorb?
Heaps.
Yeah, it's 500. It absorbs like his entire Viper Strike. Like, yeah, cool, you can slow him, but once he's got a couple points in Flame Guard, like at level 3, that's 350 magic damage that he's absorbing at level 3. Viper doesn't kill him anymore.
Ember's actually really good against that team too in general.
Dire team
As long as he
pick.
doesn't get RP, obviously.
Yeah, not real. They don't really have anyone that hits Phoenix Egg though.
Yeah.
So what do you want to get for your last hero for XL? I mean, I think that they might, just based on the last game, that they
10
might
seconds
be
remaining.
they might have a bit more experience. But I don't think that you can just disrespect
5
the Phoenix
seconds
Egg
remaining.
and just completely ignore it during your draft.
I don't know
Reserve
if
time.
they're doing Call Venom. Seems a bit open, to be honest.
Like if it's core Veno, I really worry about their ability to take out that egg in a team fight. Like, look at Team Piracy, Warlock, Phoenix, Magnus. They have a lot of things to guarantee that Phoenix egg goes the full duration.
Maybe you just go like anti-fun and then have anti-mage split pushing while Ember's split pushing, and then the other three are just like getting ready for a team fight whenever they need to. Something like that. Or maybe they can just, crush the lanes again.
I think XL
That
need a
could
team
happen.
fighting right click carry. Who fits that description?
Well, you're just going to get kited if you pick something like that, right? Like the Warlock Slay, the Viper, the Slark.
Radiant
I like the
team
Slark.
pick.
I think that was a really good pick.
Yeah, it is.
Although
He
I don't
dies
think,
to Venom. That's the only problem.
I don't think Dark Pact purges off the Gale or the Poison Sting. Or the Poison
that's why
Nova.
Venom's so good against him.
10
Yeah, it doesn't purge off
seconds
any of that.
remaining.
But it will get him out of Clockwork. It will get him away from Crystal
5
Maiden. It will
seconds
get him
remaining.
out of Searing Chain. So I really like that Slark pick. They definitely identified that
Reserve
they
time.
need a very elusive carry that's going to be hard to lock down and can take fights in the mid game. Terrorblade.
But it's still like the split pushing type of anti-fun hero. It just gives you more damage. And he's better at team fighting, I reckon.
I think before 20 minutes or maybe even 30 minutes, I think his illusions just disappear.
Yeah.
Like they're going to vanish in all this AoE damage.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't think they picked him for that. I think it's the same as what I said, like the pushing, split push. Like,
Yeah, he's not going to
most
show up to
damage.
team fights for 30 minutes anyway.
Yeah, because like all those heroes in Piracy, like they need levels, and then they need all of the other team to be in the same place as them.
10
to
It's
fight.
quite XP greedy actually. Team Piracy, isn't it?
You don't give them that opportunity,
5
and you split
seconds
push them with
remaining.
a Terrorblade, and you go to the other side with the Ember, and then you pick one off of the clock. Like they'll never get the chance to have a team fight, and that's pretty much what you want to do as XL. But then again, Slark can get big. So they just have no stuns again. It just baffles me. Or they can't just pick one stun, some sort of hold.
They've got a couple.
I don't know if you can count them as spammable support ganking stun. So.
No, not really. No.
This meta, like the ganking aspect is so cute.
I'd also like to point out that the pre-game dick measuring contest has been well and truly won by Team Piracy.
That means they win, right?
Yeah, XL Gaming. You know, I think I'm just disappointed, to be honest.
Story of my life.
Prepare for battle.
Dad, is that you? All right. So having a look at the team, got Eodor playing the Terrorblade. Donzo on the Venomancer. So that's Donor, isn't it? Big Red on the Crystal Maiden. Ugaba playing the Ember Spirit. And Young Scrim on the Clockwork. So, interesting that they swapped up the lanes again this game. Like, who was playing what? Like, Big Red now playing Pos 5.
Oh yeah, not the lanes. That's what I said. Like they're all offlaners, so they just like swap because none of them are like carry players, so they don't know which heroes to play or how they're going to play them. But they probably said to each other, like, Edo probably said, you know what, I can play
30
Terrorblade if we want to do
seconds
that.
to
And then they
Yeah, you're right. All the carries, I've got the dot buff. What's my most played carry? So looking across the Piracy, we've got Sentient on the Phoenix, Mokloy on the Slark, and Mokloy, feel free to ping me after this if I've gotten your name wrong. My apologies. Feels Badman on the Viper, Sentinel on the Warlock, and finishing up with Retro 16 on the Magnus. Neither team looking to invade anyone else's jungle to grab runes, given that both teams have opted not to pick any real strong disables.
I love that name, Retro 16.
Is that a reference that I'm not aware of?
That's like, you know, when you first start playing games, and it's like, do you want your name to be? Did you mean 16?
Oh, retro is already taken.
Yeah. You can be Retro number 2.
Does Retro take this bait? I mean, look, CM, she's ready.
Nah, he knows.
Gale
Surely
is
he knows.
Gale is skilled. He's getting close to the CM. Out she comes. Frostbite.
doesn't-
Here's the Gale. Terrorblade running up that 50% level 1 slow that lasts about 15 seconds. That's
poor
not
man,
broken at all, but he's too close to his tower, and in comes the Warlock. Does have the Shadow Word, and yeah, Magnus is going to live. He's quite a tanky hero. He's got the poor man's shield.
Did the Warlock just TP there?
Yes.
Man, that is a big waste.
I think he was worried. He TP'd in the moment he got Gale.
Yeah, I don't know why he got Shockwave first. You always get Skewer first, just
Because you don't want to walk up against these heroes. I think you get Shockwave first if you and Skewer if you respect their lineup.
I think you can definitely just get Skewer and then run up and take hits, and if they do Gale you, then you just use the Skewer, and it's like 80 mana or whatever, and then you go back in. You can only Gale like 2 or 3 times. You'll never get caught out and die as long as the CM is in there.
Interesting. Terrorblade's gone for Reflection level 1. I'm really surprised he hasn't gone for that level 1 Metamorphosis build. You know where they Ooh, donor.
Most people do that. You like zone them out.
This'll come in handy.
Yeah. You just pop it at level 1 and then you just run at them.
So many first bloods like that. Actually, it's so ridiculous.
In fact, they could have done that. Like, if he had skilled Metamorphosis, do you think maybe they get that kill at level 1?
Yeah, but they didn't know if he had Skewer. I think they just assumed that he would have got Skewer. So, or at least not taken a point until he actually had 2 Shockwave. This Viper's actually landing pretty well against the enemy.
Yeah, as I said, look, he's got 2 points in that Poison Sting. He knows that he's got that advantage early in lane, and he's going to abuse that. But Ugaba,
Dire's top tower
he's not
is
far
under
behind.
attack.
Like, it's 14-4 and 11-3.
Yeah, I think once he starts getting levels, he's going to start hitting that Viper for so much.
How's How's old young Scrim doing in that offlane? He's 9-1. No, actually, wow. He's 11-4, and it was Slark that's 9-1. He's ahead of the Slark in CS.
Yes, he is.
First blood.
Ooh, Ember's Spirit. Taking a bit of damage from the Shadow Word. I think he's probably going to live through this. He does have the Salve, so he's got that available to pop. Unless the Shockwave can connect, it's not going to. He's going to wait out that full duration to make sure he gets the full benefit of that Shrine. And he's going to get the kill, he's going to get out, and then he's going to get back in lane with plenty of HP and a solo kill.
Yep.
Onto the Viper. As an Ember Spirit.
I have no idea what this Warlock has been doing for the past 4 minutes, but he's still level 1.
Oh dear. That's I think that's something they need to take out of game 1, is that they needed to give this Warlock some sort of priority.
The hero is a really good laner. Like, as much as people think that he's not, he is. He hits so hard, and his range is huge.
Illusion.
Like, I think if you're Piracy, the moment that you get this Iron Talon on the Magnus, tell him to get a point in Empower, and just tell him to go to the jungle. And just let...
You can do that, but, like, the Warlock can just land with the Magnus from level 1, and then he doesn't have to run like he did. Like, he can just tank stuff. I think they should have done that, but it's too late now.
I mean, the best time was then, the next best time is now. I mean, do you just give him the solo EXP?
I don't think so.
It's not exactly like
jungling right now.
I mean, like Magnus isn't getting a whole lot of last hits out of this lane right now.
No, he's not. But like, if
So
Warlock was there, like, it's only the Terrorblade.
Well, that's my point. Is that you just put the Warlock in lane and you let him just soak up the XP, and then you put Magnus in the jungle where he can actually get some farm.
I think you just keep Magnus in lane, and you can like pull like into the dire lane, or you can just mess around with people at least and get XP, sap XP. Like, even if you have to, it doesn't matter.
And that's something we haven't seen Piracy do either. I haven't been paying too much attention to this offlane, but they haven't been pulling for this Slark. They haven't been denying Clockwork any XP.
No, Clock's having a really, really easy game. Really good game. It's playing it well. Like, that Slark can't even come up anymore, because you'll just kill him.
He's only got level 6 as well, so once he's got level 6, like, he can just pop, like, he'll just be able to get, what's he got? He's got the Tranquil Boots, like,
Coming in.
you just put on Battery Assault and you just run at him, and then if he bounces away, you just hook shot.
Yeah, they weren't even needed for that game.
No, he just does it himself. Like, he's got the Mango, he's got hook shot, as I said, pop Battery Assault, run at him. Oh, he's gonna run into this level 2 Warlock. I mean, Slark's coming back in, but yeah, Slark's just gonna cancel the TP, because he knows if he comes in now, he just dies as well.
Such a huge waste. The Slark is like a hero that you need to babysit in lane too. Like, you can't. Some heroes you feel like you need to have a trial lane. I think Slark, half the time you do need to do that until he gets like a little bit ahead
Dire's
at
top
least.
tower is under attack.
Because things like Clockwork and stuff, like Clockwork doesn't do that well against the Slark, but other things do, and you need to make sure that he has a good lane.
Bounty,
And
which
that's
my
just,
matriarch will prize.
I don't think they've taken that into consideration here. They've just had the Warlock running around when he could have been top or bot.
Not gonna happen.
Poor Slark, he's only level 4.
Coming.
Yeah, he's getting bullied out.
The Clockwork 6. What's the overall level? We got 7 on Ember, 7 on. Okay, so they've got 3 heroes above level 6 on Team XL.
Even
And
the Viper isn't having a good time too. So he's doing alright, but not as good as he wanted to be doing.
like Viper's past the point now, where he can just push Ember Spirit around.
Yeah, now he has to be afraid.
Well, he's got 3 points in Corrosive Skin, so I think unless he misplays, he doesn't die to Ember Spirit. Yeah, Ember Spirit.
this.
You see what I mean? Like, that was the exact interaction I talked about. Like, he just blew his ult and a ton of right clicks, and Emma Spirit still has Flame Guard up.
Yeah, he has no HP, but he can just TP back. And then
Yeah, it's not really the end of the world. I think Clockwork's looking for a kill here. Oh, slight misplay by Clockwork then. I think if he'd waited out the
Jackpot.
Icarus dive first, and then followed up with a hook shot, he probably gets the kill. So what key timings here are they looking for on Team Piracy? Do you want to take this first fight? Because there's one thing we discussed during the draft is that
This'll come in
Piracy have a fighting team, and they just want to try and take it to XL Gaming. Are they just waiting for the sixes on their supports before they can fight?
Denied.
they need to group at some point, but once again, this laning stage is not going well at all. They need to like all go top or something and like kill Clock and kill Venno and then take the top tower. And then they need to go to mid and kill Ember and then take the mid tower. And then they need to go to bot and do the same. It just needs to be like a snowball effect now, otherwise they're just going to keep getting out-farmed and outplayed in their lanes. Because the heroes are too far ahead in the rating.
Should they perhaps have just completely sacked the Magnus lane and just try lane top to secure Slarky's farm?
Yeah, maybe, but then TB just takes your tower in like 2 seconds, so it's kind of hard.
Players here.
But are you okay with that? I mean, if the bottom tower goes, I mean, it's not really the end of the world. It's probably, tactically speaking, one of the least significant towers in the game as far as map control goes. Oh, hook shot in onto the Clockwork. Cog's going to push him back out of position, make him take the long way around. In comes the Slark. He's going to be able to get the pounce off, which is going to let Clockwork survive, but he does have the damage. Unfortunately, for Team XL, the Shadow Word's going to be enough to keep him alive, at least for now. But Slark, he might pay the price for this, as Clockwork dives him under the tower. Couple of right clicks, trading blows now, and secures the double kill with the rocket flare. And Viper in the bot lane, getting run down on. Gabba says, that's alright, I'll take you all on. Getting slowed down, manages to get the right click to secure the kill onto the Viper as Venomancer comes in as well. Phoenix out of mana,
Tower is under attack.
but does have HP for the
Dire's
Icarus
top
dive.
tower has fallen.
And top tower goes down as well.
Never refuse gold given.
Yep. It's going pretty well for XL still. Venno's even got mana boots now. It's like they don't even need mana because CM shows how greedy they can be.
Alright, Frostbite, followed up with Gale onto the Magnus. He does have the skewer. He's going to push his way back towards the shrine that isn't up at the moment, but they've still got that tower up, so they're not looking to pursue him any further than that. Here's one of the other reasons I like this Viper pickup. I think they're aware that Ugabba is a really high skill player, and so they've given their mid player a mid laner that has a really hard time losing. Like there's very few unfavorable matchups for Viper, and that's a legitimate strategy. Is when you know you're outskilled, if you just pick lane dominating heroes, you know you're likely to secure yourself a successful lane. Crystal Maiden, she's dead.
Jesus.
Bit of a rare mistake. Maybe just a bit of overconfidence, you think, from Big Red?
Yeah, well, you got a ward out, but I don't
Dire's
know.
structures
I think they
are
want to take
fortified.
bottom, but they just needed to get a ward to
I'll take
have the
that.
vision when they're
But
doing
what was
it.
he...
Because,
But, like, I mean, the ward's fine, but going for the bounty's a little bit too greedy.
yeah. Did he have another ward on him? He had two wards on him. I think he was trying to go like up the top and ward or something.
Oh, triple remnant in. He's gonna miss the kill on the Magnus. Viper getting worked down. And here is the first Phoenix egg of the game, almost immediately blown up. And there's the tower as well. Hookshot in by the Clockwork, connects onto the Viper. Right-clicking down now. Kill secured by the Crystal Maiden as the Terror Blade blows up. What was that? The Warlock in the backline.
Dire's
And
bottom
full
tower
duration
is under
Metamorphosis now, so they'll get another tower out of this as well.
Incoming.
Dire's structures are fortified.
You know when
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Warlock was running from the clockwork at top before, when the top tower was still up,
Yep.
he kept saying, "Clockwork's getting away." Clockwork is
Dire's
chasing the
bottom tower has
Warlock.
fallen.
Couldn't help it. Just laughing.
No, it's Clockwalk.
Clockwork.
Clockwalk?
Yeah, what is it with you and Warlock and Clockwork getting mixed up?
No. It's Warlock and Troll Warlord I normally get.
Oh yeah, that's
Troll Warlock?
Troll Warlock.
He'll drop gons on you and then bash the shit out of you. I think that could be an ability draft thing.
Slark has like nothing. I feel so sorry for him.
Slark, get an Iron Talon.
I deserve this.
If you're gonna jungle, it's just it's an investment item.
Wow, I think this is a kill. Oh, the RP gets used too?
And they don't get anything for it, and young Scrimmy, he's just gonna TP out. Ah! Crystal Maiden! Getting killed! Goes the way of piracy. And that's a kill streak as well. Going to Viper.
The rune of haste.
Viper going for a blade mail.
Yep. Don't
I
see any other option.
kind of like that actually.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Oh, we just
attack.
missed a kill on Warlock. Ugaba picking up a solo. You know, I used to feel bad about missing the occasional kill, but then I started watching some Pimp Muck streams and I realized that he misses a lot more kills than I thought he would. And then I felt less bad about it.
Yeah, it happens. Especially with heroes like Ember Spirit and Storm and stuff. It's hard.
Yeah, heroes that have that really quick kill potential.
Dire's middle tower
Yeah,
is
quick
under
kill
attack.
potential and like mobility.
PA is another one. A lucky crit on the support, and you know, it's like half a second, especially with the blink.
I think when you're talking about the game and watching it at the same time and trying to give a view of watching it, it makes it really hard. But like I don't miss very many because I'm not talking as much. But
Yeah, you're right. When I'm watching a pro game and I'm not watching like the view, I think I very rarely miss a kill.
at least Warlock's is level 6 now. Feels good.
Yeah, so they've got when he's got enough mana. Okay, so they do have Supernova up on the Phoenix now too, so they can look to take a fight here around these ultimates. Magnus, he's got his ult up back up in 13 seconds. Ugaba unfortunately finds both the supports on the back line, and just like that, the team fight potential for Team Piracy is gone. Retro trying to run away. He does have this skewer, and luckily enough, he was able to get that off without getting hit by that battery assault.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
He's just so big on Ember.
Yeah, he also has a lot of farm.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's what I meant. Like the main thing that he has is net worth, right?
That was a penis joke.
Your place
Oh.
is here.
Oh, not hook shot. Force staff in. Finds himself the Magnus. All committed by the Venomancer. Does drop the RP, which holds up Ember Spirit for a little bit. Supernova might stop the Ember Spirit TP. Oh, not quite as close as I thought it was. But Crystal Maiden, once again, going down to the Viper. And Ugaba's back already. He's back.
And he said sorry.
Sorry, he
There's a
says.
question mark in there. He's still saying sorry.
Meanwhile, Slack farming away, getting closer on that that Shadow Amulet, but I don't know that item's like he's not one item away from being able to fight. Like he's a couple. Like he needs to have Shadow Blade and Echo Saber. Like if you want to be fighting with his team right now, I think those are the two items that he needs to be contributing.
Yeah. Even like a Vanguard, because he's gonna die. He's gonna die so quick. The poison will just kill him. Like if Viveno ulties and he gales, or he gets hit by Viper Strike, he's just gonna die straight away. He has to ulti straight away.
The Slack being hit by Viper Strike.
Oh, sorry. What am I even saying?
I don't. I think he's okay with the Viper Strike.
He's a Rubik
I
on that
think
team,
he'll be
right?
fine. No, Phoenix. Dead top. 5-man rotation. Pushing down this top tower. What are we looking at in form of our net worth? We're at 13,000 in favor of XL Gaming at the moment, and 7,500 XP.
This is like the exact same as last game.
Not quite the advantage they had last time. Ooh,
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Clockwork just missing that hook shot.
So they've just taken all the towers by 20 minutes, nearly.
Dire's top
And
tower
I think the
has
last game
fallen.
ended at 20 minutes. So
Okay, so
That's
Magnus.
13.
All right, here's something that Team Piracy can look forward to at the moment. So Magnus, not far away from his blink dagger. In fact, oh, I don't think it's going to matter. He's just going to get blown up here. Double Remnant secures the kill. Clockwork hookshotting in on the back line. He's taking a lot of damage. Ember Spirit zoning him back out. Clockwork doesn't quite get pounced by the Slark, but they did catch the Crystal Maiden again, who's unfortunately going to cop this one. Phoenix Egg gets committed, gets immediately dropped, and once again, all the team fight potential is gone. Warlock getting stunned up. Ember Spirit, couple of right clicks, secures himself the kill, and
Dire's top
it's going to be Rax. Is this going to be another sub 20 minute game?
Dire's structures
This is the power of
are
TV right now. Like, the TV has Hurricane Pike.
He did. That's right. He doesn't have. He's got like essentially he doesn't have any items, does he?
Doesn't need items. Totally.
He's just Terrorblade. Just pop Metamorphosis and do Terrorblade things.
Turned in the flame.
That's one of the. It's similar to Luna, isn't it? I guess.
I think he does a lot more damage early.
Well, yeah, Metamorphosis does that. But
Luna's sort of works
and
up,
just more to the
More
point
team
that
fight.
like you can look at Terrorblade and Luna and go, "Hey, they don't have any items. How are all my racks gone?"
I think Luna needs items, but she works really well with levels too, like the same as Terrorblade. I think she benefits from items more.
Go.
Terrorblade's huge. If he gets levels, he's just huge. As soon as he gets level 4 Metamorphosis and level 4 Conjure Image.
I just think that a Luna, like an equivalent level Luna with like the exact same items, does pretty much the same thing to your base. Like she can't take a tier 3 faster, but she'll certainly take your racks faster than Terrorblade will take them.
Because it'll just bounce around a billion times.
Yeah, that's right.
true.
So I think inherently both of those heroes will take a full lane of racks and tier 3s in about the same time, with given equal amounts of farm. In fact, I think I'll test that in a lobby later tonight because I'm quite interested.
Yeah, but you have to remember that Arstrog obviously tried to balance or change the heroes a bit by giving Luna her ulti, and TB's ulti isn't really that good for team fights.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right.
Luna's like that team fighting hero that you want, and then she can push. She obviously is a pushing hero too, but Terrorblade does it better.
Roshan
I
has
have
fallen
claimed
to the raid.
immortality.
I'm calling 25-minute and so I'm calling.
25-minute GG. Is that your prediction?
That's the exact time.
25:00 is your prediction.
Lock it in, Eddie.
Incoming!
All right, for $1 million. I mean, I don't know who's giving you the $1 million.
seed is heating up.
Dun, 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 dun. Is that the?
I know you need an ad break or something.
Be
All right,
ensnared in
Siege coming in. Ember Spirit sitting up on this top lane. He doesn't have too much to fear, although. All right, they do have the blink dagger on this Magnus. There's not a bad RP here on these two cores, but
Dire's middle tower has
wow,
fallen.
Ugaba just jumping in. He wants the initiation first. Manages to get himself the kill as hook shot comes in from Clockwork. Invis from the Slark, who wants to get aggressive up on him, realizing that there's too many teammates there to really commit to that kill, and he's going to back up, and I think they're just going to have to give him the tower.
So that Magnus just bought his blink too.
Yep.
So annoying.
I was just commenting on that, but you know, Ugaba knows he doesn't have a whole lot to fear. He's got a blade mail of his own, and Slark. Oh, there we go. Rock dropped on top of the Phoenix. This is the combination we've been waiting for. Finally managing to get a kill. The rock goes off just a little bit too late to catch Ugaba after the respawn. Ugaba, he does have... Oh, he gets RP'd. So Magnus is back up now. I don't know if they get the kill. gets back out just too tanky. Viper doing his best to get some damage onto him. He wants to kill. He's slowed up. He's got the Gale. He's got the Poison Sting. He's going back. He might even just die here. He's going to make it. The Poison Sting.
I'll make it.
Yeah, he was close. He's just 50 HP. Thank God for corrosive skin, hey?
Oh, GG.
Is no more.
Slack picks himself up a kill. And that's, I mean, they do it. Like, they get the combos off. They manage to get themselves a couple of kills. It's just a little bit late.
The amount of gold they just got from getting 2 Raxes and what the creeps have taken, it's insane. They have 17k net worth lead. So very hard to come back from this. Especially
Yeah, they just dropped a couple of K, but... Ooh, they just got themselves Slark. What was he doing? Yeah, he was way too far out at this point in the game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower.
I don't particularly want to single out individual heroes, but I think Magnus has missed a couple of opportunities to initiate here, and he's let Ember Spirit get the better of him. He managed to pick themselves up another kill. Crystal Maiden now running away.
Dire's middle tower is under
Everybody
attack.
has to run from that turret.
He's frightening at this point. With that Metamorphosis up.
Oh, come on, 30 seconds and I win $1 million.
I don't think you win, man. Alright, Slark going in, pops the Shadow Dance. Big pull back by the Magnus, skewer on to 3. Crystal Maiden says, let it go, and drops most of the team there. Buybacks coming out. Oh, unfortunately, Phoenix dies, can't quite get out. As they're going in and committing to this Ember Spirit, he roots out onto a couple, manages to secure himself the tower as the Shockwave goes in favor of Magnus. And that's a 10 kill streak. He gets 1200 gold on the Magnus.
It's Megas there.
It is Megas.
Yeah, I think it's worth that whole team dying, to be honest.
Yeah, they don't really have the team to really push against Megas. They don't have the farm, really, to push out against Megas.
Cure it. So close. Just gonna ask if you could hookshot the Curio.
No, no, you
He's
can't.
like trying to hookshot it.
You can dunk it as Axe, though. You can Culling Blade the Courier.
Neat.
And you can't Rocket Flare the Courier either.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, you tell that to Young Scrim, because that's what he just did.
Yeah. Well, he just wanted to see it.
I think he probably just wanted some vision, yeah. Both shrines still up. For piracy.
Do it with flair.
Yep. They still have Empower for this, but still, like, you watch Slark hitting these creeps is half HP from one wave.
So the Mega Range Creep does 133 damage. With Empower, Slark does 190.
Jesus.
Like, without Empower, I think he almost, like... The Range Creep has 1000 HP. Does he lose in a 1v1 to the Range Creep? If he doesn't have Empower?
The Dominators. Create your own range creep.
Yeah, that's it. It's the Dominator strat, isn't it? You create your own army. It's,
Oh, wow.
wow. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to say I missed that one.
He's got Dagon too.
Oh, let it go. Crystal Maiden. Ruck gets dropped. Young Scrim on the clockwork. He's in a spotter bother. Rock goes. So the Phoenix gets the kill off, but he then dies, and so does Slark and everyone else except for Viper and Warlock, who managed to get themselves away. And good game, well played. 27 minutes. I'm sorry, but this is not your $1 million.
Oh, if you said when they get to the throne, I would have said 28. But
No, you
usually
said
people call it 24.
you said GG. The GG call would be at 25 minutes.
Well played by XL.
Yeah, both series taken in quite convincing fashion. Just finishing off, what are we, 24,000 net worth lead in favor of Team XL?
They picked like one strong lane at that time, the Viper, and obviously the Viper had a pretty good time, but the other lanes just suffered.
He still lost mid.
They didn't. Yeah, lost.
I mean, he did comparatively well to the previous game, and comparatively well compared to the rest of his team.
Yeah, well, he didn't die a lot or anything. Like, he didn't solo die to mid, which is pretty much.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't. Oh, he did.
Ugabic
He
solo
did.
killed him about level 4, I think it was.
Yeah, I think once. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's not too bad. Like, Ugab is a very high skill player.
Yeah. The other lanes suffered so much. They needed to pick something that was going to help them.
I think as far as Team Piracy and this game goes, I mean, I guess it's helpful to point out some things that maybe we think that they could look to improve on for future AEF games. I think I'd like to see them draft around some stronger lanes, and draft around some heroes that they're maybe very comfortable on.
Yeah.
Focus a little bit less on countering your opposition's strategy and like their individual heroes, and just play on heroes that you're comfortable with and that are going to win your lanes. Because as you mentioned earlier, this is a lane focused meta.
Yeah, that Warlock was useless. Not like completely useless, but he felt useless. I could tell for the early stages of the game, both games. They needed something that was going to be in the lanes, pressuring at some point. Whereas the CM can do that, and at the same time, she's giving everybody mana. She was smoke ganking and just creating havoc. Where that's what you need. This type of meta.
They also didn't gank. They didn't really have.
Like when were there smokes at all? There was no smokes.
And not in game 2. There weren't any. They had a couple of desperation smokes in game 1. They came a little bit too late.
Yeah, I wouldn't call them ganks though. Like when the whole team's smoking together, it's more of like it's a big gang
And more objective based smoking, really.
Yeah, and they didn't get anything with those either. So. Unfortunate for them, but
look,
they learnt.
Yeah, all in all, I think there's a lot of stuff that like Piracy lost the game, and it wasn't exactly a close series, but you can take a lot out of this. Like they're going to go back, they're going to watch these replays, they're going to identify all these things that we've been talking about, and I definitely think that their next showing is going to be a lot stronger. We'll see some better performances from them in the future. So well played to both teams.
All about how you watch your replays and you look at what you did wrong there.
That's it. That post-game analysis is really important. All right, so thank you everyone for joining us tonight. This has been AEF Division 2, Team XL versus Team Piracy, and thanks very much for joining us. We'll catch you next time.